Hello and welcome back to Mass Effect 2. Last time we finished the final DLC. We managed to save the other brother, Archer, and we managed to send him to an actual Alliance institution to help people like him. And we also shut down Project Overlord, which is one of the Cerberus cells. And this time we don't have much left to do, in fact. I don't expect there to be too many videos after this one, but there might be 3, including this one. We'll see. Well, regular videos in any case. We got all of our upgrades, although the upgrades don't even matter at this point, because there's nothing left to fight. And we do have a new message from the Elusive Man about Dr. Archer's brother, indeed. Shepard, I understand you've taken Dr. Archer's brother to Grissom Academy. I'm familiar with their work. It should be a good home for him. I don't condone Dr. Archer's actions, but they did provide a breakthrough we've been sorely lacking thus far. We'll likely never find another individual with David's unique talents. Though your decision is understandable, it has set our efforts to understand the Geth back several years. Well, screw you too, Elusive Man. And that is why I did it last. Aside from the horror element. So, we are done with this place. And is this a place where I can get back? No, the master relay is this way. Okay, so we are done exploring almost everything. There's only one star cluster that we have not fully explored yet. But before we get to that, let's go to the Citadel. Because we still have one assignment to complete, and that assignment is packages for Ish. And the next package is on the Citadel. And in this case, I will be taking Jacob along. Because Jacob did say that we will have drinks on the Citadel, so let's take him. And let's take Zaid. Alright.
I'm sorry, sir, but I'll need you to remove any biotic amp you might be wearing.
Now, I don't remember exactly where the package is, so let's just look around a bit. I don't think Bailey knows that. Though he should be aware of suspicious packages.
Come on, please, you have to help me. I need to make something nice. It's for a date.
Fine. Asari honey marinade. Made at an Ardat Yakshi monastery by sad, tortured blue souls. Too sweet for a real connoisseur, but anyone willing to date you will probably be impressed.
Hey, thanks.
Ardat Yakshi? Really? Okay, I also need to go through all the shops to make sure that I have bought everything. So let's just go on a shopping spree, effectively. And there might also still be some dialogue options somewhere. Don't think it's in the shipping warehouse.
Just got a refund and exchange, and I was told to pick up a new operator.
Yeah.
This is the warehouse.
Well, this is the warehouse, technically.
Look, it's
Tipari, now available with Dextro.
So, we have life support webbing. And we have 353,000 credits, which we can burn, so let's take everything. Increases health by 10%. Not terribly exciting.
The nerve enhancements say that there are occasional motor controls there.
Aha! Datapad. Subject, Anto Bechtal. Anto Bechtal is a member of the criminal organization headed up by Arya T'Loak, often considered the Pirate Queen of Omega. While Arya's gang is mostly airtight, Anto has an eye toward outside work. Whether this is an exploitable hole, we are not sure. This is Arya T'Loak, after all. Okay, but that still means that Anto has some shady dealings outside of Arya's work. Ish wants this, so there might be several things that Ish will do with that information. It could be that he will try to give it to someone who will get rid of Anto. Or you could extort Anto for money by blackmailing him. That sounds relatively likely. But we don't know. And Ish doesn't seem like, well, he doesn't seem trustworthy, but there's also no reason not to trust him either. So, yeah. I think it's still reasonable to just give the packages to Ish. After all, Jacob and Miranda don't really agree on whether or not Ish should be trusted. Okay, and let's see, what else am I missing here that I can buy? Transit, fish on the Presidium, Citadel souvenirs. So, we can get a space hamster for a low price of 7,666 credits. The small furry rodent looks up at you with what seems like a knowing smile. Ilium scalled fish, large spined fish common to the lakes of Ilium. Thessian sunfish, small brightly colored fish native to the Asari homeworld. So all of these items will go to the captain's cabin. Let's make sure I'm not missing anything else. Aegis vest. Health by 5%. Eh. Ah, weapons. I can talk to Zaid about that. Excellent.
Haven't seen a weapon like that in ages. I was working with the Grim Angels, a small outfit that saw action in the Verge. Came up against some Krogan, all armed to the teeth. Well, all except the Battlemaster. He came at us with one of those little pea shooters. Killed half my squad. Damn good weapon.
You should get the sniper rifle, though. Snipers are a rare commodity.
I think I'm gonna stock up on body armor. If we join the Blue Suns, I want to survive my training.
Don't blame me when you're mauled by a baron that don't have any shot.
Do you have an account with us? If you open one, we have a special this month. You can download the game free.
Alright, anything else that I'm potentially missing? Ah. I can also talk to Jacob.
Been years since I've been to the Citadel. Never changes, does it? No matter how long you're gone. Comforting to some people, I guess. Living in denial that all this could end.
Well, it does change quite a bit, but it's mostly on the accessibility side. We can only access this small area instead of the whole Citadel like in the first game. But generally, yeah, they're not really concerned with Reapers now, are they? Am I missing anything? Not really. Dance question mark? Alright then. So our tasks on the Citadel are complete. Let's get back to...
The worst thing about extranet games is when some Batarian comes on and insists on speaking his own language without auto-translation.
Let's go back to the Normandy. So, what do all of our new souvenirs look like in our cabin? Let's find out. Captain's cabin. Team members, none. So, we can see fish in the aquarium. But also, we have the option to feed fish. And, of course, if we feed the fish get quite excited and try to eat the food. Now, the way that this works is in fact like a Tamagotchi. If you don't press the button to feed the fish, very often, your fish will die. And I believe you cannot rebuy fish after they die. So that's one reason why I did not purchase fish beforehand. If you keep your yeoman, she can feed the fish for you. But our yeoman is very long dead and turned into paste. However, there's also the space hamster. Sweet indeed. So that's pretty interesting. But that's not all the fish yet. Let's go finish gathering all the fish. Nope, that's the wrong deck. To finish packages for Ish, we need to go to Omega and give the packages to Ish. So let's do that first. We still need to go to some of the other hub worlds, but let's just get this assignment out of the way. And in this case, let's... Well, we are dealing with Ish, so let's take, once again, Jacob and Miranda. And if we look at our journal, indeed we only have packages for Ish. A Solarian businessman named Ish needs packages picked up. Go to Marin's shop on the Citadel and get the second package for Ish.
Hello again, my friends. Please tell me you have something for me.
I found the package your contact left on the Citadel.
Very nicely done, my friend. And as I promised, your reward. I really appreciate what you've done, friend. I'll toss in something extra for your trouble. Great doing business with you, Shepard.
Now you can persuade him to not do anything, but if you do that, you don't get any rewards, and not only that, but actually in your journal, this stays uncompleted forever. So that's not really great. Wait, why is journal still showing things? Because everything is complete. Let's just make sure that it shows nothing. There we go. And oh, I can talk to Miranda about the view of Omega.
Omega, what a piss hole. At least it keeps you on your toes. I've had to come here on business before. I feel like I need a shower afterward, in addition to normal decontamination.
Yeah, Omega, not the best place around. But hey, there are still things that we need to buy. Marketplace is here. Nothing in Harrod's Emporium. Nothing in the Omega markets. And there's the VIP lounge. I believe that is all of the things then. This is also all bought out.
The attack on the human colony a swift but confused response. Whether there are survivors. The Council offered its sympathy, but regretted that it could not become involved in a purely human matter.
Well, that is all for Omega. Let's go back.
Have been small scouting vessels that rapidly retreated. The Council has pledged a full investigation.
And before we do anything else, let's go feed our fish. There we go. Also, since we do have new armor, let's just use whatever looks the most interesting. Might as well change the visor. Have this, and now we also have the Aegis vest. Sure, why not? For shoulders, we have that and that and that. Still think the amplifier plates probably look the best. So the civilization gauntlets. Yeah. I guess the regular gauntlets are the best for now. And for the legs. Simulator conduits, I guess. Alright, let's go to more hub worlds. Well, actually, since we've been to a few and all that is left is shopping, I might as well just leave the rest of the shopping for later and do some space exploration first. Actually, if we go to the Omega 4 relay, does it say anything special? No. It's back to its pre-activation state, we just cannot go through it. And let's go to the Hourglass Nebula, which is the last place that we have not explored. I believe we have enough fuel for everything. So let's go to Faryar.
Only half our fuel remains.
Half is sufficient. So we've seen Karem and Daratar. This one doesn't seem very interesting, but Daratar had something. Ancient mining operations. Well, let's continue exploring this place. Tunfigal. First charted by the Solarians, Tunfigal, Hard Heart, is noted for its platinum and uranium deposits, making robo-mining a lucrative activity. While the surface temperature is well within the range of a comfortable EVA excursion, the extremely dense Tunfigal generates a dangerous gravitational pull, 5 times that of Earth. The Solarian miners exploiting the planet derisively nickname planets such as these Elcor tourist traps. Okay, yeah, the gravity is 5.1. And it's extremely dense. But the radius is pretty large. And almost no atmosphere. I guess you do need robo-mining for places like that. And the Elcor might still be okay with regular mining. Nephros, Restless Sleep, is a relatively small hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant. Its atmosphere is home to spectacular winds of up to 350 kilometers per hour, and electrical storms up to 700 times the power of those on Earth, which indicate that its hydrogen clouds contain moderate amounts of water vapor. Okay. Stormy, as you would expect. Alingon, Deceptive, was so named by Solarian scouts because as their probes landed on the planet, their instruments started going awry. This turned out to be due to the high concentration of magnetically active periclase, magnesia, in the core and crust of the planet. This interferes with scans and broadcasts, which has given rise to countless spacer stories of pirates lying in wait in Alingon's magnetosphere, or crashed ships with untold fortunes stranded on the surface. In reality, any pirates would have a hard time locating prey amongst all the interference, and would live lives cut off from the rest of the galaxy, as the magnetosphere kills extraplanetary communication. Alingon's other natural features are a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide, spectacular dry ice formations, and xenon gas, which can be skimmed from the upper atmosphere and used in ion thrusters. Far away, very small. Almost no atmosphere, very cold. Low gravity. I wonder why periclase interferes with scans and broadcasts, but okay. This is basically the Bermuda Triangle. Next up is Wenrum, White Knight, takes its name from a Solarian story in the Romantic period, of a knight who refused all temptation to riches, carnality, and even flavorful food, until justice was served to the poor and oppressed. The planet is so named because of its white, highly reflective surface, composed mainly of titanium dioxide and ice, and no atmosphere to speak of to dim its albedo. So, indeed, the White Knight. Large orbital distance and period, really small. And it's a rock planet, right? Yes. Nice. No atmosphere, very low surface temperature. Though this kind of looks like atmosphere rather than the surface, but I guess that is still possible. Is there anything in the asteroid field? Doesn't seem like it. We'll find out once we get to the last planet. Antikythera, fused metal, is so named because of its spectacular craters. A planet high in various grades of iron oxide, Antikythera is regularly pummeled by loose asteroids in the nearby belt between it and Wenrum. The iron melted and fused by the incoming meteors makes for spectacular landscape shots that look alien no matter what part of the galaxy you may be from. However, due to frequent meteor impacts, exploration is considered highly dangerous, even to those with advanced kinetic barriers. Too bad that we cannot land here and see all the meteor showers. Small radius, a bit. No atmosphere. Quite cold. And indeed we have 100%. So the last place to explore is the system where the Shadow Broker has the base. Or Liara has a base, I suppose. So you know that this is called Hagalaz. Let's reread the name also. It's a second tier garden world that receives little attention from the galactic community. A Solarian mining expedition initially discovered the planet, which was promptly strong-armed away from them by organized crime figures. Hagalaz's exploration rights were then sold to the highest bidder, which led to a brief burst of mining colonies in the 2000s. But most of those were abandoned when other planets were found with more accessible resources. And it rotates very slowly. Yeah. So there are cycles of ice flooding, baking heat, and dramatic air pressure changes. But nothing about the previous inhabitants of the planet. So let's read about other things here. A large rock planet with a pressure cooker atmosphere of nitrogen and argon, Uru's silicate-rich crust is relatively low density. It was largely ignored by the Solarian explorers who first charted the system. Yeah, 80 times the atmosphere. But it's very close. Pretty large, though. You can mine sand out of that. Next, Canas. Canas' extremely thin atmosphere is mostly methane and helium. The Solarian explorers who named the system set up a small mining presence for recovering nickel and chromium, used in making stainless steels. Don't you use iron for steel? But alright, so it's also quite close, small radius. And you might know a pattern of naming all of these planets. A large rock planet, Ansus was once under development by a consortium of robo-mining interests, but an epidemic of accidents and sabotage caused the lives of hundreds of workers and eventually drove them off the world. Despite numerous accusations among the mining corporations and a dozen or more trials, popular opinion holds that the real saboteurs were never found. Why would you sabotage a planet with mining on it? Alright. Otherwise, not too spectacular. A hydrogen-helium gas giant, Thurisaz has a decrepit automated infrastructure for refueling merchant vessels with helium-3. Painted onto the metal in a Solarian dialect are the words, self-serve. Yeah, I don't think that's how decrepit automated infrastructure works. And it's quite far away, obviously quite large. A rock and ice planet, Issa has a thin atmosphere of methane and ethane. Its borax deposits, largely trapped beneath the ice, were never considered valuable enough to mine since synthetic substitutes and alternative sources became widely available. Borax, you say? Alrighty then. Quite cold. And okay radius, trace atmosphere, and a bit higher gravity. So all of these are in fact named after different Germanic runes, including Haglaz itself. And next time we will be reading the last of the messages in Shadow Broker's base. Well, since we're here, let's also check what things we can pick up from the delivery pickup.
Shepard, I'm glad you came.
Oh! Well, sniper rifle technology. An ex-STG weapons researcher has sent a schematic that will improve sniper rifle damage. And also 5,000 element 0. A spy inside Elfdal Ashland Energy has sent a shipment of element 0. So I can already research this. Interesting. So this is sniper rifle damage 6 out of 6. Increases damage by plus 60%. And I have just enough platinum for that too. Again, not really useful anymore, but hey. So, that will be all for now, and next time, the last of the dossiers. And probably finishing off the entire game. So, see you all then. Later.